y'all. Good afternoon. The Life of J. Simpson here. It's hot. It's a scorcher today. It's a scorcher on this Friday. Hold on. It's Friday, almost 3 o'clock. It's a little scorcher today. Nothing too crazy. But I already know how summer about to get. So, it's going to be dumb hot. But, yeah. I have 2 topics I'm going to talk about. I'm going to break them down into 2 videos, though. The first topic I want to talk about, hold on, let me see if I got it on my phone. Let me make sure I have it, because it's 2 of them. Make sure I have this one properly. Alright, so the first one we're going to talk about is why you're probably not in a relationship. And this is the My Ball edition. And let me preface this before I get into this topic. In no way, shape, or form, I'm saying you should call your significant other my ball. And nor would I ever do it. I don't agree with it. But to get my point across in this video, the my ball needs to be used. And I'm going for clips. It's going on TikTok. I'm going for clips. My friends had this combo, even before I even get into this little segment, we had this combo that basketball literally translates to everything I like. And this is another one of those things where it just dead ass translates. It's what? So my ball. Boom. Well, wait, before we even say my ball, why you're probably not in a relationship. First of all, some people, their expectations are really high, right? And there's nothing wrong with having high expectations. I hope that, everyone watching this has standards that aren't too low for themselves, because, people's standards are different, So I hope that you have high standards. But what I mean by that is that it's almost unrealistic, Take, a lady, because I'm speaking for the opposite gender that I like. Women typically go after a man that, makes at least 6 figures, right? And in this country, that is, more than half of this country does not make 6 figures, You're already fishing from a barrel that is very slim, very slim pickings. So, this is the first segment of the my ball part. Some of y'all don't realize what type of ball y'all need, right? So, say for example, say you as the ball, right? You're a Wilson Evolution. Boom. That's the run-of-the-mill indoor ball. Everyone loves it. It's very sought after. It's very reliable. It is loved by many people, right? So you as a Wilson Evolution, you're indoors a lot because that's what you're used for. That's, what you're sought after as. You as a Wilson, hold on. All right. So you as a Wilson, right? If you have an NBA player playing with your basketball, they're not going to take you serious because they realize that at their stage and what they are in life, they don't even use that ball. They don't use that ball. They've never used that ball in a game. In game, what ball do they use? They use the NBA Spalding, official NBA Spalding basketball. So when they use a Wilson Evolution, they look at it as child's play. They look at it as kiddie. And I'm not saying this, they look at it as kiddie. So let's translate that into relationships. A lot of women and men too, just people. Now we're not even getting into gender roles. A lot of people are, a Wilson basketball, or they're not where they are in life playing Milo, but or a helicopter. So a lot of people aren't aligning with what they want. I may be a Wilson Evolution, or they may be a Wilson Evolution, but why are you going after NBA level talent? Or why are you going after overseas level talent? They use Wilson basketballs in high school. They use that part, you just kind of need to understand that the people that you have to go after, or you want to go after, have to align with you. And you can meet people that align with you and make you a better person. You don't need, sometimes it's better to go be with someone that's, I guess, out of your league. I don't know. That's kind of normalized these days. You go after people that's out of your league, but I think you need to go with the person that makes you complete, makes you whole. So if you hoop the best with a Wilson Evolution, and you are Wilson Evolution, hoop with the Wilson Evolution. What the fuck? And nigga, if you're an overseas ball, the FIBA ball, and you hoop the best with a FIBA ball, nigga, hoop with the FIBA ball. Like, it should never get that overcomplicated. Like, you know, if you're an NBA player, you're going to hoop with the official NBA basketball. You're not gonna, on your off season or on your everyday, work out with a Wilson Evolution, because that doesn't get you better. It doesn't make you better. You know what I'm saying? That's the message in it. Some people need to realize where they are in life. We're not saying you're going to be a Wilson Evolution forever, but if you're a Wilson Evolution now, you can upgrade to the FIBA ball. And if you're a FIBA ball, you can upgrade to the NBA Spalding ball. Like, it's never that deep. I think you just have to realize where you are. And some people are Wilson Neverflats. Some people are is it not Wilson? Some people are Spalding Neverflats. Like, if you're Spalding Neverflats, I hope that you work on yourself to be better than a Spalding Neverflat. Some people are a Walmart rubber ball, and we're not even talking about looks. Some people are just Walmart rubber balls. And if you're a Walmart rubber basketball, you literally, like, your character and you as a person, you can't complain at what you get, because you're a Walmart rubber basketball, gang. You literally, like, not to say it like an asshole, but you literally can't complain. Beggars cannot be choosers. Like, there's, like, I know where I am in life that me going after official NBA basketball is fucking retarded. Nigga, I'm not getting that. And if I get it, I'm not keeping it. I'm using that shit I'm getting it for however long I got it, and that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just the truth. You know, you just have to realize what you are. And when you realize who you are, it helps you as a person. So yeah. Next part of the segment. I don't know. What was the next part? What was the next part of this? Yeah, I feel like I kind of summarized all of it into one. I feel like there's something I'm missing though. Oh, also, yeah. The next part. Sometimes you gotta know on what court to hoop on. You have to know on what court to hoop on. Like, some of y'all are not meant to be on college courts. Some of y'all may be on the high school stage. And when that translates into real life, some of y'all aren't meant to have certain types of people. Like, you as a person, if you're a piece of garbage, right? So, say, you know, in basketball terms, you're like the outdoor court with no grip on it, and your character reflects that, you shouldn't be going after a college player. That should never be an option. Like, it should never be an option. Never, ever be an option. Some of y'all have to realize that it's not even about your looks. When, you know, I feel like in my perspective, when I say my ball, I don't ever talk about looks, because looks is subjective. I'm talking about as a character and where you are in life. A lot of people in life aren't nowhere where they want to be. Especially at my age, I'm nowhere where I want to be. I'm just getting started. So, you know, when you realize this my ball thing, and yeah, I would never call my actual significant other a my ball. That's mad disrespectful. But, you know, I think this is just another attempt to just, you know, have things translate in our terms, in male terms, or hoopers terms, because, you know, hooping isn't subjective to one gender. And, you know, that type of term people will understand. But, yeah, I mean, you know, if you're a Wilson basketball, you're a Wilson Evolution, and you hoop on a high school court, you should want to aspire to be better than that. You should want to be a FIBA basketball hooping on overseas courts. You know what I'm saying? You should always want to maximize your potential. And Wilson Evolutions to make it overseas too. So, you know, just realize that a lot of people can hoop with every type of basketball, but that doesn't mean every basketball is meant for them. So, translation, a lot of people can be with a lot of other people, but doesn't mean that person is right for said person. You know, I think there's a real message to be had with this. You know, I love basketball all my life, so it's funny when people talk about it like this. It's crazy how relationships get talked about now, like. But yeah, a little quick yap session. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna post the next one. I'm gonna do the next one in a few minutes. But yeah. Life of J Simpson. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And y'all have a good one. Damn, pigeons all in my shot and shit. Let's try that again. Life of J Simpson. Hope y'all have a good one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all stay blessed, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.